Well, our first winner is Marin Mckinney. And Marin was our 2015 artwork winner when she was 9 years old. And in 2016, she was an honorable mention winner. And her judge was Philip Taylor, founder of the American Fallen Soldiers Project. He does these amazing artworks. There's Marin's winning artwork. Is that not fabulous? Look at that. So we're going to talk, Marin's going to talk to you about how you can do something just like this and enter our contest. She won Best Artwork, which is an elementary school category. Entries are due, by the way, September 17th, which is Constitution Day. And you can enter any time, though. Right now, you could send in an entry. So that is her fabulous work. Look at that. And Philip Taylor is the founder of the American Fallen Soldiers Project. And he was the judge. And Marin's going to talk about how she got to meet him and had a really good time. Okay. But he really works with the patriots and the fallen, with soldiers that have died. He does these amazing, beautiful portraits of the fallen soldier. He's a fabulous artist. Marin is from Missouri. And she, as I said, was 9 years old when she won. She's now 14 years old. Marin, why don't you come on? You're going to a classical academy. Why don't you, let's get your face on here. Why don't you say hi?
Hi, everyone. It's so great to be here.
Good to see you. Marin, how are things in Missouri?
They're very good here, and at home, I do a lot of drawing, and which helps me continue with the drawing that I did for Constituting America.
Well, let's talk about that for a minute. Tell us what inspired you to join. How did you hear about the contest?
Let me think. I heard about the contest from my mom, and it intrigued me a lot because I wanted to draw something about America and about our Constitution, which gave me a great opportunity to join Constituting America. And so I first thought about what are some of the big American values or trademark pictures that would remind people about America or about the Constitution. And something that came to me was the bald eagle, which is our American bird. And so that gave me a jump start to one of the things I was going to draw in my painting.
Because I know a lot of kids when they're in your age and well, the age you were then, they think, what am I going to draw? But look at that eagle that you did. That's a fabulous eagle. And then tell us about the flags in the background, the patchwork background. How did you get that idea?
So I started out with the American flags, and as you can see, it started off with the first flag from the Revolutionary War time period, and it advanced each couple of years and to the bottom right, where you see the American flag we have today. And then the patchwork quilts reminded me of the states and how we were all binding together at the very beginning. And that's what a patchwork quilt is. It's a binding of lots of different pieces, and so that reminded me of the states. And so that's why I drew the quilts as well as the flags.
That's really, really wonderful. And your drawing was in the cover of our holiday card. So was that fun to see?
Yeah, it was very fun to have my card all over. And I loved seeing it because we got some of those cards also, and I was able to write thank you notes and different cards and different notes to different people that I would like to say thank you to, or something like that.
That's right. We send it out originally as a holiday card, and then they're boxed up, all the winners, the past 9-10 years of winners, into a collection of note cards that are blank. So people can buy those at constitutingamerica.org because they do make fabulous note cards. I know my mother would always send out a very similar Christmas card. Can't think of the name right now. but because it was for a foundation. And so you could do something like that too and have this great artwork for note cards, just like out of a museum. Well, all right, a couple last questions. Tell us, you got to meet Philip Taylor, the artist, but how was that, meeting him?
Here's one of his pictures that we got, and it's a picture of, obviously, Abraham Lincoln and JFK. And
look at that.
Isn't that
Look at that. If you could walk a little bit more behind Marin, we can see JFK's face. There you go. Hi, Mom. Look at that. Isn't he talented? Wow. How was it meeting him?
It was so fun to meet Philip Taylor. It was so touching to see all of his paintings in his galleries. And we were there for 2 hours. We got to see his studio, and we got to see tons of the pictures that he painted for deceased soldiers. And it was very, very touching.
Oh, great. What a special, special time. We're so proud of you, Marin, for winning both, the honorable mention the second year and winning the first year. And we're thrilled that you're still a part of the organization years later. And I know you're a fabulous, wonderful artist, and I wish you all the best. Closing question here, and we'll see if anyone has a question for you. What have you learned about the Constitution through this whole process? Working with Constitution.
Yes, I've learned a lot about the Constitution and just basically the foundation of our country. And before I started drawing and before I entered Constituting America, I didn't know barely anything about the Constitution at all. And I have learned so much from the different articles in the Constitution and all the different things that are in the Constitution. It's been very educational.
Good, good. Now you're a constitutional champion, aren't you? Using your artwork to be a great American citizen. Well, thank you so much, Marin. Let's see if anyone has a question for you.
The eagle, the feathers, how did you make that? Because I cannot draw whatsoever. I'm a horrible artist.
Well, the feathers on the eagle, it for sure took a long time because as you can see, each feather is individually drawn. And I think what I did was, how feathers sort of come to a point. You made that first point, and then you sort of layered on different amounts of color to make it look more 3D in a way. And so those feathers, they took a long time, but it definitely paid off. And I'm not sure how long they actually took me. Probably around 3 or 4 months. But it definitely looks like feathers now. Good question.
You have to have a lot of patience to be an artist. Just a lot of patience. I can't draw either. My whenever I do, it looks sort of, I do pastels, it looks a little bit like folk art because but you are quite the talent. And Marin Mckinney, let's give Marin a big hand. We thank you for joining us today. And thank you for being involved with Constituting America and on the National Youth Board and staying with us all these years. And we just thank you so much, and we'll see you again very soon. Thanks for joining us.